Listen, SB with the truth, it might pierce your mind. And JP hit you with reality all the time. The way to keep it all the way 100, it should be a crime. Sports, news, politics, on the show you will find. Conversation grown, opinions they're not alone. Savannah be the home, they coming straight for your dome. It is what it is, gonna be what it's gonna be. You are rocking with the Sean Brown Show with JP.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Sean Brown Show on WQTS from the East Coast to the West Coast, North Dakota down to Texas. It is the one and only Sean Brown Show. JP's here in the building. Evans Davis will be here shortly for one of his last two shows here with us on the air as he's getting ready to move down to Miami. Hope everybody's having a great and wonderful week, enjoying a beautiful Monday. It's nice here in the city of Savannah. It's a little rainy, a little drizzly, but it's comfortable. It's the wintertime. It's what we expected and what we enjoy. But again, welcome to the show. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We got a lot to talk about because a lot went down between yesterday and last night. Man, it was crazy. JP, what's going on, bro?
Man, wonderful day, bro. I'm glad to see some of this rain, bro, because it makes me sleep easier.
Sleep is not something that I want any more of. I was down last week with strep throat and part of the flu, man. It was crazy. I actually had to sit and listen to the show from the couch while you guys broadcast, man. It was terrible.
Man, that man was butt naked with a Komodo on.
I don't know about all that. I don't even own a Komodo, so I guess I was just butt naked. But no, I appreciate the fella stepping in and holding it down for me in my absence, well, pseudo absence, because I was still here, but I wasn't here.
Giving stats from the couch.
Hey, got to do what I got to do to make it happen, man. Got to do what I got to do. It is Monday, folks, and of course, you know we have our Stop the Bus segment on Mondays. That'll happen on later on in the show. Grammys went down last night. Pro Bowl was yesterday. The Royal Rumble was last night.
That thing shouldn't even been called the Grammys. That thing should have been called. Man, almost crazy. Yeah. That thing should have been called the Kendrick Lamar and Bruno Mars show.
I agree. I think it was a good show, though. I think it was a good show. I really want to talk about the Grammys. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead and kick it in. The Grammys went down last night in New York for the first time in 60 years.
Absolutely.
Big time show up. Like you said, Kendrick Lamar, Bruno Mars had a wonderful night. Cleaning house, effectively. Jay-Z got snubbed, quote unquote, but I disagree on that.
He didn't get snubbed. It's just the album wasn't good enough for the other people nominated.
I think what people, and I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure your wins are decided based off of ticket sales, right, or album sales, or.
I mean, there's a
committee.
Yeah, there's a Grammy committee that reviews everyone's albums and things of that nature. Jay-Z's album just wasn't good enough. The music was good. Most of it was about him cheating on Beyonce.
It was a comeback album.
Yeah, it was a comeback. You don't win a Grammy off a comeback album. I'm sorry. Not when Kendrick Lamar and, Gambino and all of them are putting out fire albums. You're not going to win with a comeback album. So even if people were saying, everybody was upset about the snub about Tribe Called Quest, they came out with an album that was fire. That album was amazing.
Yep. But
they still wouldn't have beat Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar had the best album of 2017.
I would definitely agree with that. And one thing that I think people aren't looking at is the fact that Bruno won so much because Bruno brought back music. Bruno brought back musicality. He brought back fun in music. You could hear everything he was saying in every one of his songs. And then to top it off, that Cardi B performance with Bruno was insane.
Yes.
Utterly insane. Outside of my man that couldn't do the moonwalk.
Man, right now, anything with Cardi B on it is a hit. She's fine right now. She's got the bag in her hand right now.
She's live, man. She's live. And was she lip syncing though?
What would it matter?
She looked great. But
what would it matter? Exactly.
She looked wonderful last night on the Grammys, but I think she was lip syncing. I know Bruno wasn't, but it looked like
Evans Davis. You need to be in studio, sir.
It was interesting to see. Folks, check it out. Cardi B and Bruno Mars had probably one of the best performances of the night. Lady Gaga actually was one of my favorite performances last night.
She doesn't look bad.
Lady Gaga, dressed as a normal person, looks incredible, minus the gray teeth. She's got like the 1774, like looks like she has wooden teeth because her teeth are gray. Did you notice that yesterday?
Yeah.
It's almost like she drank way too much coffee. Last minute locked the door, by the way. We're not going to have what happened last week. Evans Davis in the building, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, good sir. But we're talking about the Grammys right now. Lady Gaga performed. Elton John and Miley Cyrus performed last night. That was actually a pretty impressive performance.
Lady Gaga.
When we were talking about Lady Gaga, she's dressed as a normal person. She had regular makeup on.
Saying she wasn't normal to begin with.
Don't be ugly.
Lady Gaga is actually a very beautiful woman, though.
Yes, she is.
Until she puts meat on her forehead.
Well, it's all about entertainment, man. I mean, it's the shock appeal.
Yeah, yeah.
Great artist, and look, it sells.
Yeah, you're right.
It's different.
You're right. But it was a great show. Did you get to watch it last night?
I did not.
You missed out some good stuff, man. Like I said, Bruno Mars took home pretty much everything.
Bruno. I like
Dave
Bruno.
Chappelle won Best Comedic Album. It was great.
Comedic album. What's
Yes.
that?
Essentially, you do a comedy show, and they record it, and they put it on like not book version, but like an audio version,
Oh.
and they release it as an album.
Oh.
So you could do like Kevin Hart was nominated for the What Now tour. Who else was nominated? Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and not Monique, by the way.
Don't be ugly.
But we'll talk about that in a second too, because I swear when they said Dave Chappelle won, I was like, oh, Chappelle. Let me look at Monique's resume. Grammy. Oh, that's missing. I guess she's not the most decorated anymore.
You're being real ugly right now, sir.
You picking on Monique.
Yeah,
Don't-
man,
Get him
come
off
on,
Monique.
man. Get him off.
You can come over and chime
Yeah,
on in
yeah.
now.
I guess she's not the most decorated comedian anymore.
She wasn't the most decorated comedian anyway.
She's
so,
really
I mean,
not now.
Come on, man. Jeez.
She's really not the most decorated now, but it was fun. It was a good show. James Corden was the host. Pretty good host.
Yeah.
Pretty entertaining.
That's all right with me. James Corden is funny. Even though he comes on at 12:30 in the morning, he's still funny.
He had a few corny lines, but it was entertaining. He actually brought his parents. Did you see that part?
Yes.
His parents were in the audience, and they did a little bit with his parents. It was fun to see. Definitely enjoyed it. But, we got to talk about Rihanna. You got to talk about Did y'all see the Wild Thoughts performance? First of all, it was boring as hell.
Can you say hell on the radio?
Yes,
Hell's in the Bible.
it is. Multiple times.
It's that other stuff that you like to say off camera that we
Man.
can't say on.
All the Samuel L. Jackson words and all that stuff.
Yeah, mother.
But yeah, man, it was
dorks.
Rihanna and DJ Khaled did Wild Thoughts last night on the Grammys, and while Rihanna did look like she was fresh off of pregnancy,
Don't be ugly.
she did. Well, she
Wow,
looked great
really?
though. She looked great, but she couldn't sing for her life. She showed up, but her tone stayed at the house.
Why not lip sync?
No, she didn't lip sync. Oh no, she didn't lip
I
sync.
said, but why not?
She should have. Desperately,
We were just talking about that with Cardi B. He asked me if Cardi B was lip syncing. I was like,
Yeah, but Cardi B's not
did
singing.
you see her? Why would it matter?
No, Rihanna looked good last night.
So
I
her
got
lip
it.
syncing, why would it matter?
Yeah. I mean, who cares?
I could put the TV on
It was a
mute and
scandal.
watch.
It was a scandal a long time ago, but it's not now. Maybe
What
I
about
don't
her?
want to sing. Maybe my voice is, but I'll lip sing. I get up and perform. That's what y'all come and see.
Yeah,
If
it
you
was-
want
I
to hear
mean-
me sing, get my record.
The beauty of the Grammys, though,
That is correct.
but see, the beauty of the Grammys was there was so much live performances. A lot of times you have so much stuff filling in, and you don't get a lot of music. It was full of music the whole show. Like every other 5 seconds was a performance. It was great. Even for the country performances, they were good. They used the country performances to do a dedication to the people in Vegas that were killed in that massacre in Vegas.
Okay.
The 81 people that were killed. They did a nice memorial in that. And then they showed love to the artists and stuff that passed away for the year. So it was fun. It's a fun show.
I forgot it was coming on. I remember hearing it last week, Wednesday, Thursday, or something. I said, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to check that out." And I'm just so caught up in my move that I totally forgot.
Well, it almost come on late because the PGA Tour match that was on was a dead tie. They ended up going to a playoff. I didn't get a chance to see who was winning, who won the actual match. It looks like Jason Day won. Jason Day and a few other guys were tied at 10. Was it 10 below? At the end of the round
10 under.
for the win. Yeah, 10 under. I'm sorry. They were tied, and they ran into the Grammys red carpet time. So they only had a 30-minute red carpet
Oh,
instead of an hour. So, but
Wow.
lots went down last night. Royal Rumble, ladies and gentlemen. Did you get to watch it last night, Evans? I watched. I was on Twitter, Facebook / trying to sneak on everybody's live feeds because I was watching the Grammys. A lot of big returns
No,
and some surprises.
only thing on my TV right now is Sports Center, and when I got the Fire Stick, so you get all the NBA channels. So that's where it stays right now. I'm just in and out,
I feel
moving,
you.
getting things. So I missed a lot. So fill me in. What I missed?
So
Nothing.
I disagree. You had the first ever women's Royal Rumble last night.
Okay, epic
In history.
JP.
Oh yeah, historic.
Of course,
Historic.
WWE messed it up at the end, but you had the first ever.
How did they mess it up at the end?
And I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Hence the end.
The first Royal Rumble for all women, right? 30 women Royal Rumble. A Japanese wrestler won it for the first time, obviously, because it's the first women's Royal Rumble. But for the men's Royal Rumble, a Japanese wrestler won it for that one as well. Okay. Thank God Roman Reigns didn't win. So it's the first time that 2 Japanese wrestlers have won and will headline WrestleMania.
Okay.
So that's a big thing to note.
JP.
I say WWE messed it up because it was a big moment. You had your first female Rumble. It closed the show, and then you bring out Ronda Rousey, who just signed with WWE, and you step all over the winner of the Rumble. Essentially, you just trample over the fact that Asuka won the Royal Rumble, and I mean, I get it. It's Ronda Rousey. It was a great pop. I finally saw the video, but I think it could have been done better. You should have brought her out in the middle somewhere.
So no, I'm gonna tell you why that was. I'm gonna tell you why that was perfectly planned.
Tell us, JP.
For one, Asuka wins the Royal Rumble. Yes, given. At the end of the Royal Rumble, if you watch the men, Shinsuke Nakamura, who won, announced what champion he will be facing at WrestleMania,
Which is
AJ Styles.
Okay.
The women's Raw. No, he could have flipped and went to Raw. That's an option. Chris Benoit, God rest his soul, or if I want to even say that, he made that famous by being on one show and then winning the Rumble and then switching shows.
Oh, he had us hanging in limbo.
Golly.
I'm back.
Jesus. Anyway.
Chris Benoit hanging in limbo. Okay.
I'm not a wrestling guy, guys. Haven't been since Nature Boy retired.
Breaking the fourth wall.
Oh, he died before Nature Boy retired.
But it's all about the Nature Boy.
Oh,
Thank you. So anyway, that moment was supposed to be for her to announce what champion she's gonna face. Charlotte Flair was in the ring. Alexa Bliss was in the ring. Mm-hmm. So before she could make that announcement, why not give the crowd a pop and bring Ronda Rousey out there? And then what does she do when she gets out there? She doesn't say anything. She just points to the WrestleMania sign.
She does. She did the non-spoken word promo that Triple H and Taker made famous a couple years ago. It's getting old.
That was only the second time done.
The little that I've seen of wrestling,
they both did it again,
or highlights, is they're trying to reenact or rekindle a lot of the old stuff. You can't do that.
Yeah. You got to be fresh.
You have to be authentically what you are. Rowdy, Ronda Rowdy. No, there's only one Rowdy Piper.
Right. And she came out in all his gear.
I get it.
She came out in his original jacket.
The crowd is fickle, so who knows? I mean, people will go out the gate when there is no fence. But same thing, you see Ric Flair trying to do the things there's only one Nature Boy.
Well, don't they say, what is it? Biggest form of flattery?
And I get that. It is.
Maybe not in sports entertainment, though.
It is. I mean, Kobe emulated Michael Jordan.
Thank you.
It got him to be one of the greatest players of all time, best Laker, arguably, trying to be Michael Jordan. I mean, actually imitating everything Mike did down to his ferocity with teammates. In wrestling, I just think I seen Ric Flair's daughter try to strut like, look, you're doing yourself no justice.
That's his daughter, though.
His legacy.
That's his daughter.
See,
I understand if it was somebody else doing it.
But Randy Orton doesn't come out and do Cowboy Orton.
Yeah, because Cowboy Orton sucked.
And I understand what they're doing and why they're doing it. But as somebody who, as we've seen Ric Flair, it's like
plus he's still alive.
Trying to imitate Muhammad Ali, that's hard. Will Smith did a great job trying to act. There's only one Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, absolutely. But he did a great job.
I thought he did a good job. If he would, if the masses would have thought he did a great job, we would have got an Oscar for it.
Right.
Like Jamie Foxx got an Oscar for
Ray.
You know what I'm saying? Hard to emulate Muhammad Ali. Right. So the little things I saw, I'm like, no, it says I get it, but no.
So the thing about this is the way they ended it. I think it was fine because now everything's in limbo. One, we don't know who Asuka wants to face. Two,
Sean.
we don't know why Ronda Rousey is there. All we know is that she pointed at the WrestleMania sign. So that can mean what? Are you going to try to beat Asuka for her WrestleMania spot? Are you going to try to face the wrestler that Asuka doesn't choose? What show are you going to be on? A whole lot of questions have to be asked by not saying anything at all. If they'd have brought her in the middle of the Rumble and she'd have lost the Rumble, then her debut would have been mute and obsolete.
Well, I'll say this. Rousey goes against Flair at WrestleMania. Asuka already said she wanted Alexa Bliss on Raw a few weeks ago. She already said, I'm winning the Rumble, and I'm coming for your title. She already said that a couple weeks ago. She's going after Flair, which would send both Rumble women. So it would send one Rumble winner to the SmackDown, one to Raw, which we knew they're going to do anyway. That's common sense.
Okay, so what about the scenario if Oscar faced Charlotte, and Oscar loses, and Ronda Rousey faces Alexa Bliss? That means the 4 Horsewomen would have both titles.
Ooh. He makes a point. That's a valid point. Okay, all right.
See, this is what happens when you watch wrestling for 15 years.
We'll have to let's leave that one there. It's 12:15. Let's leave that one there. Move on to our next topic that we got on the day. It's still on the same lines.
Donald.
It's still on the same lines of WWE, but it's on a different side of WWE. As Vince McMahon announced earlier at the end of the week, last week, that he is bringing back the XFL in 2020, the Extreme Football League, which we know floundered under Vince McMahon and NBC years ago. What do you guys think on that?
Yeah, the bad decision. If you're going to bring it back, have somebody else run it. He shouldn't have anything to do with it.
Well, you live and you learn. Trying to capitalize on the ratings of the NFL right now.
But he's not even competing with the NFL because there are 2 different times of the year.
Touche. At the same time, we're talking about the popularity. I mean,
True.
if he brings that back, I guess he's trying to. Excuse me. He's trying to benefit, or really, who knows what he learned that first time. Now, why did it fail the first time? Let's give it another shot. It was, it was entertaining.
Yeah.
And now that you look back on it, when you see a 30-30 or a documentary or something on the XFL and why it failed or whatnot, you think, man, that might have been pretty cool if it lasted a little longer. So why not give it another shot? Billionaires get bored.
Yes.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, Vince McMahon finds ways to win, though.
Mess around and run for president, I'm bored.
Yeah. Touche. I can agree with that.
Hey, throw a couple of money in some people's pocket, it'll cloud all their judgment, man. I can say what I want to say, because you know what? I put some money in y'all pocket, but go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm on JP.
The difference about it, though, is, he invested $100 million of his own money. He's the sole owner. He owns every team. And I think what they're talking about doing is smart. Is putting teams. He does. He owns the entire league and every team. So that way,
he invest
$100 million of WWE
of your
share.
own money.
Yeah,
that's it.
What? I'm trying to get there.
I mean, it's football in the off season. It's something that you can look forward to once Super Bowl ends, XFL starts. And I'm sure they're going to get good competition. Here's where it kind of gets a little murky and a little muddy. Where he says, they're not going to sign any athletes that have any convictions.
Criminality.
No criminality, none of that. So that cuts out a lot of people. That cuts out a lot of stars.
It gives
but
the common law-abiding citizens a chance. Is what it does.
And the coolest thing that I like about what they're doing is they're asking the people what they want from this league. And it's something that I'm looking forward to seeing. I commented on their tweet the other day when they said, well, what do you want to see from your XFL 2020? I said, hire as many military veterans as possible, whether it's from, on the field to front office to play-by-play or PA. Hire as many vets as possible since you're already talking about you're going to be patriotic. Prove it.
Yeah.
You must be talking about veterans off the field.
On or off the field. If they're good enough to play football, let them play. If we got people that veterans that can work and are looking for work, it's hard to find a job as a veteran. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm speaking the truth because I'm living it right now. It's hard to find work as a veteran. If people can do these jobs, let them do the job.
All right.
Give them a chance.
Hard to find a job. Period.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. I think in the last, and I'm being transparent. I'm fourth wall. Is that what you call it? I've in the last 4 or 5 months, I've went on like 15 interviews at least. Made it to the final 2 almost every time.
Okay.
Every time I get
that's
denied.
saying something about you. You're getting there.
I'm getting there, but I ain't getting through the dough.
Yeah.
It's that invisible glass ceiling, that brass ring
The brass
that's not
ring,
there.
it's not there yet. It hasn't shown its face yet to grab.
Hey,
But we'll see. Keep plugging along. That's all we can do.
That's what our ancestors did.
But I am, by the way, I am plugging my name in the hat for the XFL. If anybody's watching from the XFL,
Corner of the market.
You guys need play-by-play. We can handle it. Let us know. We can do all that stuff. Savannah Bananas, we can handle it for y'all too. We already have our name in the hat.
There you go.
We already got a name in the hat for that one.
Mr. Ralph.
Ref, he's taking my bag.
Hey, we
man.
trying to eat, man. We trying to eat.
Taking my bag.
Watch
We
him,
trying to
Ralph.
eat. We have officially thrown our name in the hat for the Savannah Bananas
got
to
to,
do their play-by-play games.
Got to throw your name in all them hats, man. You never know, man.
I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm definitely with it.
So
Somebody needs to do some play-by-play for some sports and throw some comedy in there, man. The boring and mundane is overrated now.
Entertain the people.
Thank you.
It's all about having fun.
Mundane. You seen that word?
Yeah.
God, mundane.
You on your stuff?
I'm on a
today.
roll today, boy. What's going on here?
Got some
He's-
good sleep.
think it's the
next
rain.
on
Yeah.
wilding out.
I think it was the rain. I got some good sleep.
It'd be like that.
Oh man, but yeah, I think the XFL is going to do well. I think it's
I
going to be
hope so.
successful.
I'm curious to see.
I mean, it's year-round football. Its only competition is arena football, and arena football is failing.
I mean, plus I'm so over hating, just hating, just in general. People hating. You see somebody being successful, you hating because it ain't you. I'm just over it.
Yeah.
So good luck, Vince. I hope this works for you.
Yeah. You know, one thing I've learned in the last few weeks too is if you see something that somebody else could be successful in, don't block them. Push them up that way. They might bring you up later on. You never know. Never know. It's just something I've learned. Cortland Hendricks on Facebook Live has a question for you. Says, "What's your next move?"
Only God knows.
There you go.
I really don't know, Cortland. I'm moving on Wednesday to the turning the page on old Savannah. Still out there. Still looking. I'm passionate about coaching. I believe that I will be coaching in the future. So in the meantime, me and the family, we're gonna maintain until then. So God has blessed us thus far, and He's continuing to bless us as we go into this little valley or uncertainty. But that's my plan for now. So hey, I'm going with the flow.
I see head coach Horace Broadnax over at Savannah State sent you some love on Twitter.
Yeah, that was nice of him. That was nice of him. And it's good to know good people. It's
Yeah.
good to get motivation like that. Even though I'm pretty good at pumping myself up and keeping myself above water. You gotta do that.
Unleaded
Sometimes you
fuel
have to
only.
do that,
You
though.
have to do it, man. Because if you're depending on somebody to pick you up,
Not gonna happen.
it might not happen.
Right.
Everybody don't have good people on that circle.
Right.
They say that, but when the time get hard, they
Yeah,
ain't ask
where
you how
they
you
at?
doing.
Yep.
Ask you one time. Knowing you're going through it, don't ask you. But I haven't witnessed it. I got good people in my extended circle that's checking on me consistently, and it was nice of Coach Broadnax to send me that shot in the arm. So I appreciate that, Coach.
I'll tell you, folks, if we ever get that big pull, we get that big ticket that calls us down and brings the Strong Brown Show to the next level, we're going to make that call to Miami and say, hey, big fella, time to move back to Savannah.
Yeah, come
We're going
on,
to need
bro.
you on back here.
I'm gonna say,
We might even pay moving expenses.
I done ran into a little something down here.
Hey, but I'm telling you, that nationally syndicated money look real good now.
Hey,
That is
All
true.
of us dressed up in Steve Harvey suits.
not Steve.
Wait a minute, not on
Harvey.
the air. I'm finna be in a hoodie and some sweats on the
Not
air.
a hoodie.
Ricky Smiley over here. Roll Tide.
I'm trying to tell you.
Oh man. Speaking of Horace Broadnax, head coach over at Savannah State University with the Savannah State Tigers men's basketball team. Tigers are on a roll, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys are in the Savannah area, it's a good time to check out some Tigers basketball. JP, the biggest Tigers hater on the world.
Well, wait a minute.
Tigers are tied for first
bruh.
place
Tough
in the MEAC.
critic early. He was
bruh.
on him.
Come on, wait a minute.
On
now.
him.
Now, did we
Come on,
not
like they owe it 100.
when they played Norfolk State? Did I not come on the radio and say that I was very impressed by their play, the patience they showed, swinging? Did I not give them nothing but props?
Not sure. I don't remember.
Oh my God!
I'd have to look.
Jeez.
I was
y'all look in
medicated.
the archives, man.
I have
Listen,
no idea.
I do not have a hating bone in my body for Savannah State. I just don't agree with some of the stuff they're doing. But on a 5-game winning streak,
Turn up.
tied for second in the MEAC, I have nothing wrong to say. Tied for first in the MEAC. I have nothing bad to say about Savannah State. We all talked about how, nobody
it.
cares about what you do until conference in March.
That's right.
They're proving themselves to be an elite team in the MEAC in conference. So I don't have anything bad to say about Savannah State now. But now let's just keep it going.
Well, the team's depth is really starting to show because
Appreciate that.
every day or every game you see somebody else step up and just show out. This past game they just beat Delaware. They just beat Delaware State 106-86 at Delaware State. Austin DeSemp dropped 21 points, 7 for 14. All of those were threes, I'm pretty sure.
7 times 3 is 21.
That very good, sir. Very good.
Ding, ding, ding. Winner, chicken dinner.
But your main guys, Alante Fenner was 0 for
7
7.
times
Alante Fenner, who was 2 weeks ago, was the MEAC
God.
Player of the Week. Last week, Dexter McClanahan was the MEAC Player of the Week. Dexter dropped 18. Austin led the team, though, but Austin's had sparks here and there, but he showed out.
And
Right.
you know what I see here? I see very balanced scoring. Six players
players
in
in
double
double
figures.
figures.
Well, first and foremost, Coach Broughton is a good coach.
Yes.
Absolutely.
You look crazy, but yeah.
You have to have a
I
little
know he's
crazy
probably
in
gonna
you
see
when you're
this,
dealing
but-
with young men who think they know.
Yeah.
So they need to at least think. I think a wise pimp once said, "You got to make them think you gonna beat them."
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh,
They gotta believe.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They gotta believe
They
they
gotta
gonna beat
think I'm crazy, and there's a percentage that
wise,
is.
a wise pimp.
You got to make them think you
Yeah.
crazy, and then they'll come under and realize their true potential. So, as I stated from the very jump, because I was with JP as far as the stars, give it time, and now it's paying off. And you really don't know if it will. That's your hope as a coach, that we're gonna go through these valleys. So when we get to the peak, we won't start smelling ourselves.
Yeah.
One game at a time. We took a beating. If we learn from it, this is what you get. You're 6-1 tie for first place in the conference, which is all that matters. So,
Yeah, that's
the balance. But we saw it at the Norfolk State game. The patience,
Yes,
the extra pass,
absolutely.
the ball reversals.
Yep.
Very
Someone
much-
got hot. They kept looking for him and said, "Oh, it's my turn to shoot."
Yep.
So I mean, it's good. They 20. That's
Very smart
What's
with the
Delaware State
basketball.
record?
Delaware State is
It's
2-21. They're 0-8 in conference. So Coppin State's doing better than them.
No. 3-19.
But the
What's
Tigers
overall-
forced 23 turnovers in that
They
game.
got to be bad because I don't even see them on the screen. Oh, okay. There you go.
Delaware State's
2-21.
in last in the conference, but
when you're 9 teams down in the screen and still going shout it, you ain't up there. All right. No disrespect. I just
yeah, the Tigers forced 23 turnovers during that game. Though. That's huge. 23 turnovers to 6 turnovers. That's a big difference.
It is. No, turnovers.
And that's great defense.
Yeah, if you could score off those turnovers, if you play fast like Savannah State, and what they have, how many turnovers did they have?
6.
See,
Yeah, that's
and
great
The
for
assistant
an
coach
entire
told me
game.
that. He said this: if they play, their turnovers actually went down. You think because I play fast, I got to turn the ball over, and there are some you got to live with, but that doesn't mean we have to have 25 turnovers because we're playing fast.
Right.
I mean, so it's a difference between moving fast and moving quick or whatnot. So for 6 turnovers though, that's pretty good.
That's
That's
damn good.
Scored
incredible.
106 points.
Yeah.
Man, solid.
And they only shot 38% from the
Let's
three-point
go
line.
State. Don't they? Oh no, they okay now.
It's a feeling in the air already.
I'm thinking they play Georgia Southern, but they already played Georgia.
We already played Georgia Southern. We had a rough night at Hanner Fieldhouse, but Georgia Southern doesn't come to us this year. They'll come to us next year. But yeah, big time. Look for it. Next game at home. The guys are at FAMU this Wednesday, and then they are home Saturday, February 3rd, against against South Carolina State. I apologize. South Carolina State at Tiger Arena this Saturday. Make sure you guys get there. We'll remind you guys and talk more about it later on in the week. But this week is the big week. Super Bowl Sunday coming up this week.
Yeah, buddy.
Eagles, Patriots. What's it going to be, fellas? What's it going to be, man?
You know where I'm going, but nothing.
Well, you're
nothing,
a Patriots fan. So
nothing is concrete. I won't know anything for sure until the fourth quarter is over.
Ditto.
Touche. I can agree with that.
Because if Deshaun Jackson can run back a kickoff with 8 seconds left against New York, anything they don't have Deshaun Jackson, but that just says anything is possible.
Yeah, but the Giants and Patriot, that's the whole different. That's
Giants were a good team back
completely
then.
different.
Quite
comparison.
frankly, I think the Patriots are going to walk into a Super Bowl number 6 for him, and then they're going to start thinking, saying Brady's the best athlete of all time. The crowd is fickle. No, he's not. Football is the ultimate team sport. They have a great system. He's mastered the system. Greatest quarterback of all time? Absolutely, with
That'll
6,
give you, yeah.
with 6 championships, but not the greatest athlete of all time. And that's my rap on that. So stop drinking the Kool-Aid. Everybody wants a winner. In the beginning, Savannah State sucked. Now they don't won 5 in a row, 6 in a row. Oh yeah, we got it. Sit your boop down.
Stop talking on the air.
Just saying, y'all turn
This is
me
a test
up.
of the
but
emergency
I think me personally, I think New England. I don't know how much I guess I'll watch it, but I think New England's gonna walk into this championship.
I think so too. I hate to say that. I love to see Philly win one, but I really think New England's going to win this. They've got a great team, and they got a great backup team in stripes.
Chances.
Oh, I hurt his feelings. I said they got a good backup team in stripes. Oh, JP.
Alright.
There's a tear coming down later.
Somebody
If you
goes-
look real close, he's got that glory tear coming down. That one tear.
Seeing-
Glory tear. That was a powerful
Seeing that I can
tear.
say this on the radio, somebody go
Very
Sean,
powerful.
somebody go wipe Sean's ass,
Most
please.
powerful tear ever was Glory, Denzel.
Oh,
That one
that was a
tear.
strong
That
tear.
one tear.
Powerful.
That was a dedicated tear.
Oh, you felt his pain, did you not?
Bruh.
Boy.
Bruh.
Great at Denzel, greatest of all time. And one of them anyway.
I swear if he wanted to, he could bring that tear back up.
Oh, Denzel can do whatever he want to do, man.
Rewind the
Any
tape.
role he wanted to. He can play Trump in a movie
Whoa.
and sell it. That's how good he is.
Boy,
I don't know if he would take
you
that
play
role.
Trump in a movie, you're the greatest of all time.
He can do it.
Yeah.
That's how.
Thank you. See, Brian Easton agrees with me on the Stripes comment. He agrees with
Totally
me.
agree with the Stripes comment.
Golly.
JP.
I swear,
JP, what's
boy.
your rebuttal against that?
Boy, I swear, everybody
Hey,
will
spare
find
rebuttal.
something to hate about. Everybody. Now, if this was your
It's not
team, you'd
hating,
be
it's
the
a fact.
If this was, matter of fact, Brian Easton, since you on here, put your team name on here so I could just go
He
ahead.
used to work for the Jaguars.
So I'm guessing Jacksonville is his team.
I'm not sure. Brian, let us know who your favorite
Yeah,
team
I want
is.
to know. I want to know who your
Facebook
team
Live.
is, Brian. And then once you tell us what your team is, I got a question to ask you.
What's your question?
Let's just see if you're gonna be 100 about it.
Oh, not one. What about 99 and a half?
No, I need 100.
That
Matter of
won't
fact,
do.
I need 110.
Shut up.
I don't know. I still say if you look if you look historically, you look at all the Patriots games. There's a lot of questionable calls. It just is.
Look, we ain't on the field. All we can do is watch it on TV.
You know, when you magnify things, though, it gets a lot of attention.
Yes, absolutely.
It gets a lot of attention. I mean, it's even
And it's the simplest thing.
to the point of oversaturation.
Thank
Right now, we're oversaturated with LeBron.
Oh, I
We're
wholeheartedly agree.
oversaturated with Tom Brady and everything Tom Brady does. There's no disrespect. There's oversaturation in Michigan State.
With the situation?
Yeah.
Oversaturation.
And here's my point. Handle the business. Every time I turn on Sports Center, you're asking the same question to the same people. Come back when you got something else.
Touche. Beating a dead horse kind of thing?
Being a dead
Okay.
horse.
I see what
No
you're saying.
disrespect to nothing now at all. And if there's a clown out there that think I'm saying something about the foolishness that doesn't happen up there, kick rocks in the middle of 285 during rush hour. Okay? All I'm saying is
A big rock.
for real. Okay, because I don't think one. Obviously, that
It's
is
jacked up.
yeah horrific. For the cover up. I mean, I'm I got 4 sisters. I got a lot of nieces. Why should you ever have to take anything?
You're right.
It's college.
Yeah.
We all went to college. JP, you went to college, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we already know how that works.
Mhm.
It's college. A lot of sex in college.
Of course.
Always has been, may always will be.
A lot of experiments.
A lot of experimentation. That's just how it. What? Take it? You gotta take it. I got something for that.
Not in college.
Not in college. Not nowhere, but college.
College is like, here you go.
Giving it on both sides, not just girls, guys.
It's true.
Both sides. So why in the world would you just seriously? But to hide it and to cover it up, it's crazy. But when they start giving answers, let's cover that again, because right now we ain't getting that from Izzo.
Yeah.
Right.
We ain't getting that from the football coach. All right, the president resigned, AD resigned.
Then you clean house.
What else we got?
Right.
Okay, and when y'all got something else, then put it back on. Right now, what else is going on?
Yep. I can
That's
agree
just
with
my
that.
opinion. You can hate me for that if you want to.
No,
but
you're
I'm
right.
entitled to
Okay,
that.
so Brian put his team as the LA Rams. So here's my question, Brian. Since you agree with the strikes being behind New England and there's so much controversy and stuff, you got the referees in your pocket, you're a Rams fan. If we were talking about the Rams, would you stand up and say, oh, it's wrong for it to be some kind of picture looking like the referees are in our pocket?
Probably
Or is it just because it's
I
the
wasn't
Patriots?
It's all
talking
about the
about
winning.
that.
It's all about the winning.
But see, I wasn't even talking about that because that's all a perspective. That's all on somebody took a clip and made a story out of it because they edited the clip.
So what
I'm
are you
talking
saying
about? I'm talking about the play call, the penalty calls that are made during games. It's clearly
Okay,
it's
so
a
all
clear
right, so the
difference.
penalty. So you're saying the referees are swaying the games and
The games are favored towards
favors for
but
the Patriots.
One thing I learned last week while I was sick, the NFL is registered as sports entertainment, not as sports.
Really?
Yes, that changes a
Know
lot.
that.
It's in the same category as
All
WWE.
professional sport is to entertain us.
Yeah.
To an extent, but I need to do some more research on that. But I'm not sure if the NBA is registered as sports entertainment, just like the WWE is. The NFL is.
Well, WWE is
So what
sports
does that mean,
entertainment because
Can it be a little scripted to an extent?
that would take. I think the only scripted sport should
That's
be
a
wrestling
very
because that would
valid
take
question, Sean.
that would take a lot away from the sport itself if you start scripting sports.
But what
Yeah,
it's
if
been
we know
scripted the whole
about it, if
time?
we know
If
about
we
it.
know about it,
True.
exactly.
Yeah. True.
WWE doesn't hide it. Yeah, this is a script. It's for you guys to
well,
enjoy.
the questions were asked a long time ago. Is it real? Is it real? Blah 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 blah. Yeah, it's scripted. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what when the
We're
term
actors.
wrestling is fake comes out, that's what they mean because the outcome is predetermined.
Okay,
And there
but
is a
scripted.
storyline behind it. That's where your entertainment comes in.
Okay, but what's not stopping the NFL from sitting back early in the big preseason and saying, okay, this is who we want to. We kind of want our favorites to. This team needs to push this year.
Okay, here's the
with
difference.
ticket sales.
That would
You
take
see what
away
I'm saying?
from what we because sports. You,
Here's
you
the
don't
difference.
Scripted in college.
Here's
or
the
in high
difference.
school.
Here's the difference between sports entertainment wrestling and sports entertainment football. Sports entertainment wrestling is scripted and you know it. You watch it every week and you see the storyline play out.
Exactly.
Football, you can't sit there and say, "Oh, we got a scripted thing," because then that jeopardizes the sport. That
But I'm
jeopardizes
not-
the validity of the sport.
But I'm not saying specifically scripted. What I'm saying is if the league sits back in the beginning of the year and says, okay, these teams struggle with ticket sales. Let's official wise, let's slide on a few things. Let's push a few things here. Let's make sure we put guys in the right position. Officials wise,
I'm pretty sure
officiating
that
wise.
happens.
It's a sports
Really?
entertainment.
Yeah, in very, very slim instances, it maybe like 1%. You might say, like next year, they might say, okay, Cleveland Browns went 0-18 last year. Let's give them a little help this year. You don't want them. You don't want them. You don't want them to go 0-18 2 straight years.
Why not? You got to
because
build,
you'll lose that market.
If it's truly sports, you have to build a franchise. I mean, that market's been terrible for a while. But if you,
no,
if you
has it?
if you-
Cleveland Indians, Cleveland Cavaliers.
I'm
That's
talking.
the whole market.
I'm
now.
talking about the Browns specifically.
Okay, that team has been terrible.
The market has built itself up since the return of LeBron James, and the Cleveland Indians went on a run. But the Browns, the Browns.
This is exactly why I'm saying what I'm saying. Maybe the Browns need a little bit of help. So maybe you'll say, okay, let's kind of push the Browns towards success a little bit. Now let's not give them the game. Let's just some of these calls that we would usually throw a flag on, if it's questionable and could go either way, tuck your flag in your pocket. Or if you see maybe a pass interference that you would have called that you could have gotten away with, swallow your whistle.
So Donald Pearson on Facebook Live asked this question just a few seconds ago. He said, "Is the Super Bowl already determined?"
No. I don't want to see if New England wasn't in the Super Bowl, we wouldn't be asking if it's predetermined already. If this was Philadelphia, Jacksonville, you think we'd be asking, we think we'd be saying, Jacksonville got it in the bag. No. But because New England is what New England is, and it's so much scandal about them referees and all this other stuff, that's why we say, is it already predetermined? No, it's not predetermined. These players still have to go on the football field, and they still got to play 60 minutes of football.
Okay.
It's not predetermined.
Evans?
You know me, I'm a conspiracy theorist, so it could be.
I agree.
It could be.
It's a possibility. You never know.
You know what? You're right, JP, because it's the Patriots. But the Patriots kind of put themselves in there with the scandal that they brought upon themselves as well about cheating. So, yeah, just because the Patriots is thought about or said or thought about more than it would be if it was Jacksonville and Philadelphia, because the Patriots brought it upon themselves by winning and how they won. But I got the Patriots winning this one easily.
So if this game is close, and let's say they have an adversary moment and they win by a field goal, is it predetermined? Or is it?
No.
Or is it?
No. I think what we're trying to express is the fact that the game is close. It comes down to the wire. The officials make a questionable call.
What if there is no questionable call?
Then it is what it is. Wait till
Thank
next
you.
year. Wait till next year. Next year we say the same thing. Patriots are getting favorable calls.
Well, people said that about when OKC was up 3-1 to
True.
Golden State. They just didn't want Golden State to lose. No, there was a guy called Klay Thompson that absolutely snapped.
Lit up.
Very true.
Can't predetermine that. Shooting half court and making it no rim.
$20.
Very, very
So
true.
you know,
That leads us to our next topic. NBA All-Star Weekend is coming up
Turn up.
very, very quickly. All-Star teams have been picked with LeBron James and Steph Curry as captains. We didn't get to talk about this last week. I think y'all did talk about it a little bit. Who do you guys have winning? LeBron James, Team James, or Team Curry?
I wouldn't be surprised if Steph and them won, but with the team LeBron got, man, golly.
Well, you know what?
Those guys are stacked, bro.
On paper, LeBron, just to the naked eye, very first sight of LeBron's, you're like, man, they got a squad.
Yeah.
We talking about the All-Star game, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They
So
got
in
to
the
play
All-Star
together.
game, people like, you think, oh, he got the best two bigs in the league. All-Star game ain't made for bigs.
Now Curry got players that can shoot it from the parking lot now, though. Look at it,
and
twisted.
that, to me, that's going to win it. This is
Yeah.
the All-Star game. Bigs are irrelevant in All-Star games.
Yep.
Big men are
Unless they
irrelevant.
can shoot. Durant's going to have a
And it
fun
ain't like we're
time.
going to keep coming to you, though.
But I don't think Durant's going to keep going at – he's not going to go at his teammates.
Or not.
I just don't see it.
I mean, they're not taking it super seriously, but they upped the ante to 100,000 as opposed to 50,000.
Yep.
So that's an extra incentive to play hard. All they trying to do is the fans want to see you play hard because that stuff that we seen the last couple of years was garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I agree.
Absolute garbage. Like we ain't seen them dunks before. I want y'all to go at each other.
It's going to be fun to see. Of course,
If you're gonna
I
get
would
hurt,
like
you're
to
gonna
see
get hurt.
a
You can't stop
competitive. I want to see a competitive game though. The whole
That's
four
what they said. I
quarters.
think that's why they upped the ante for the winners because they actually want. And in some All-Star games, we've seen them like when the fourth quarter begins, and then
It
they
gets
want to start
serious.
playing.
I want to see that
Yeah,
the whole
then-
48
Yeah, I want to
minutes.
see it like it's Game 7 of the NBA Finals. That's what I want to see.
Hard to duplicate that. But like lobs and stuff, yeah, allow the man to do it. Breakaways, don't try to challenge him. But don't just sit there and watch him throw it off the backboard and go get it. No.
Yeah. So, like, oh, that was
Right.
nice.
No, and you ain't got a hard foul anybody either. I get all that, but you still can compete. Or don't play at all.
Yeah, I agree. So here's a question on the table for Paul George. Paul George has replaced DeMarcus Cousins as DeMarcus Cousins is going down with injury. The injury bug is
Saw that
getting
whole
going
game, too.
quick around the NBA. But if you're Paul George, are you happy about this? I mean, you're the second fiddle.
I'm there. Shoot.
No. It's NBA All-Star Game, just like the MVP and postseason awards, all politics. So you made the All-Star team. It still goes on your resume as a 13. I'm just using 13 as that's his number.
Yeah.
13-time All-Star. They ain't gonna say 12-time All-Star and one-time sub. They're gonna say 13-time All-Star. Period.
It's just an interesting situation though, because and then you still have to throw Lou Williams in the hat. He if you saw Lou Williams trolling on Twitter, talking about I'm doing the skills competition, but I'm also available on Saturday due to that injury. But they
Lou
picked
having
up Paul
fun with
George.
it.
But I think that pick was more Russell Westbrook speaking out, saying, "Look," or did LeBron get to pick the
No,
replacement?
I think the coaches picked the reserves, and I guess the coaches picked the alternatives because the fans didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because the fans picked the starters, and Cousins was a starter. So when there's an alternate, I think the coaches pick the alternate, and they choose, Paul George better than Steven Adams or Capella.
True. So who starts as the fifth man for Team James?
I mean, you got to put him in there, I guess.
I
Put
start.
him at the 3 and James at the 4.
I start Porzingis.
No, if I'm LeBron, I'm playing the 4, or me or Paul George. Who the starters for?
Starters for Team Curry: Steph Curry, Giannis Antetokounmpo, DeMar DeRozan, Joel Embiid, and James Harden.
Match up. Yep. I'm starting George.
But that bench, the bench
you
for
putting
Team
George
Curry,
on?
good Lord.
Who you putting George on? You not putting him on Antetokounmpo.
Why not?
You definitely ain't putting him on Joel Embiid.
No, my
You
big
can put him
man,
on DeRozan.
Anthony Davis. You can put him on DeRozan.
Put him on DeRozan. He can keep it with DeRozan.
And you can put him on Antetokounmpo. I like Antetokounmpo, all that now.
You can really put him on.
shoot.
I've been gassing Antetokounmpo all
Man
year
can't
now.
shoot.
You can really put him on Harden.
Man can't shoot, so he
Yeah,
can be
but
guarded.
Okay, so you think Paul George should go step for
Paul
step
George
for him on the
is-
drive?
Paul George
With
is
the leaping ability of Antetokounmpo?
second best two-way player in the league.
But see, I would put
Get that
Durant.
man posterized
I'd
this
put
weekend.
Durant on
Don't mess around and get posterized either.
You think Paul George going to posterize
He can.
Antetokounmpo?
Antetokounmpo ain't there yet. See, the crowd's so fickle. He had one good year, just like Isaiah
Hey,
Thomas.
well, he was good last year. and
but
he's
he
better
ain't-
this year.
I'll put Paul George on him.
All right. You get Paul George put in the rim.
Because you got to get
want
around me. You ain't
True.
big enough to debo me in the post. Antetokounmpo.
You think Paul George at his age? He been here a
At
minute.
his age.
Paul George ain't been here a minute. How old is Paul George? Like 24, 25?
I'm still in my prime.
Okay.
True.
Antetokounmpo got young legs.
That's right, but you're not gonna get around me because you ain't sweet like that, Antetokounmpo.
I don't see it like that.
You
I
know
think-
what you is?
I think
You get the rebound, use your length, lose your that. You ain't getting around Paul George. He's a hell of a defender.
He is.
Right.
Perimeter defender.
I think Antetokounmpo take that skip through that lane on that right hand and put him in the spin cycle.
He ain't like
that's
that.
a poster. All right.
You gotta watch him. Don't
If
just
it
watch the
happens,
highlights.
if it happens on the
Watch
All-Star game,
him
don't say
play.
I didn't tell you.
Don't just watch the highlights.
here's
watch
what he's
him
missing.
play.
But here's what he's
you watch
missing.
the highlights. I'm gonna skip through. Watch the man play. He ain't breaking nobody down.
But look at
He
the
ain't
help.
supposed to.
Even,
Well, how you gonna skip through the lane?
but even if he skips to the lane, look at the help. Look at the help that Paul George is gonna have.
Yeah, you gotta get around me to skip through the lane. If you
we
ain't
not
sweet
talk-
like
we
that,
not talking about. We not talking about the help. We talking about the one-on-one.
one-on-one. That's what I'm talking about too. That's right, JP. I'm with you.
We talking about the one-on-one. We
You
not talking
ain't-
about help defense.
Antetokounmpo, you ain't finna get by Paul George on that perimeter and skip through the lane. Now, if you coming at me full speed, because Westbrook ain't no Kobe, Kyrie, they built for one-on-one. MJ, I'm going to take you. I got the moves. LeBron, Westbrook, great athletes, best ball, full speed. They a problem coming at you. Coming downhill, they a problem coming at you. But one-on-one, you ain't just finna hit me with a like Kyrie, like Uncle Drew would hit you with
No,
something.
I'm not saying he is.
Antetokounmpo can't do that. So,
I'm not.
and
Yeah,
he
of
ain't
course
gonna
not.
post you up.
I'm
either.
not saying Antetokounmpo is about to be skipped in my Lou on the perimeter.
you
I'm
just
not saying
made it
that.
seem like
I'm,
can't
no,
nobody
I'm just
guard
saying,
Antetokounmpo.
No, I'm just saying if Paul George and Antetokounmpo on the one-on-one, and you
I
know
got
how,
Paul on the perimeter. I got his defense.
you know how players do. They drive hard to that right, and they could cross or they could spin.
me
I
that.
don't think. No.
Give me that.
I don't know. I don't.
If you
I don't,
ain't sweet like that, give me that.
I don't know. Them cookies ain't for sale. Not just
Hey,
yet.
they ain't gotta be. You saw what Steph did to who was that?
Now you
Kyrie.
And Kyrie got Steph though too.
Thank you.
It was
Thank
clean,
you.
late.
You're right.
Late.
You're right.
He give me that.
That's gonna be fun to watch
Now,
too.
you know
That's
what happens?
Kyrie.
You know what happens when you put your hand in your cookie jar and you ain't supposed to
That's
be
not,
in
but
there.
that's Kyrie though. And
True.
the Cooper ain't nowhere near. Nowhere in the same galaxy.
We not
So
saying
Paul
they
George can get it. That's all I'm saying. all I'm
he
saying.
can also get put in the rim too.
Yeah, it's the NBA. Why can't
Anybody
get
can
it?
do
I'm
it.
an
Anybody
NBA
can put it
All-Star.
around, yeah.
All right, I was just saying.
Yeah, you just made it seem like you ain't. How dare you put Paul George on? Man, what? I'll do that. Great matchup.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to watch.
JP.
That's gonna be fun to watch.
Anybody
That's
out
all
there
I can
agree
say.
with me or disagree with me? Speak up.
Go ahead, say
I'm
something.
looking forward to it. It's going to be fun to watch. The All-Star game, the whole All-Star weekend, February 16th to the 18th in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. I'm pretty sure LeVar Ball is going to make his way back to make an appearance at the
Please
All-Star
don't.
been
game.
quiet, ain't it?
Stay over
You
there.
know what happened?
He's
Stay
coaching.
over there.
Well, you know what happened?
He's the head coach for He's the head
He's
coach
assistant
for
coach.
Vitiligo.
No. He was the head coach the other night.
Yeah, he was coaching. Yeah, no.
Either way, you know what happened? Magic gave him a call. I said, listen, let me talk to you. And this ain't
Sean got to use the bathroom. He'll be right back.
this ain't got to go viral. This is Magic Johnson calling LeVar Ball out. His Luke Walton players don't play for him. He said, listen, what you got to understand, I understand as a businessman where you're coming from. And this phone call don't need to go to ESPN or go
I
viral.
really feel like Stephen A. and Max Kellerman right now.
For real. and I'll be Will Kane. All right. But he said, I understand from the business standpoint what you're trying to do, but you have to understand this is something you got to realize, LeVar, that the Laker brand is bigger than Magic Johnson. It's bigger than Big Baller brand. It's bigger than Lonzo Ball, Kuzma. I can go on and on. The Laker brand. What you're saying is not benefiting the Laker brand.
Right.
And at the end of the day, the Laker brand got to be protected by any means necessary. Now, what does that mean? You take it how you want. But if I'm LeVar, I'm thinking, no, your son ain't got to be here.
True.
And they won't end the Lakers franchise if Lonzo Ball don't make it.
You're right.
Yeah, true.
So I'm gonna need you to cut. I'm gonna need you to hush all that talk now.
Right.
It's not a threat, LeVar. I just want to be super clear with you on how business works since you are fledgling. I don't want to lose your people out there fledgling.
I mean, he's
Actually
building his brand. I
struggling.
give him credit for what he's done with his brand.
But you starting to mess with you causing tension, and we got to talk about what LeVar. That ain't helping our young team, continue, and our young coach continue to try to figure this thing out. So I'm gonna need you to be quiet.
You're right.
Yeah.
And we ain't heard that from him since. And you know what? This is how we gonna disguise it, LeVar. We just gonna say you coaching.
Yeah.
That's how he's staying busy. He coaching over there. We ain't heard that from him since, have we?
I wouldn't even let him do that, though.
Nah, go ahead and let him do it. It's all
Yeah,
good.
he can coach all you want as long as it ain't here.
He can coach here. Just
be
pick and
out the
choose
way.
when to place them blows. Because if you place it right, you'll win. You place them wrong, it can backfire on you. So I think that's part of the business aspect he got to realize. You want to say what you want to say? The shock appeal got our attention. Now, how do you keep our attention? By giving us substance. You can't keep talking outside of your neck and you ain't done nothing.
True.
So people gonna start blackballing. Like the TNT team don't even talk about him no more. They don't even discuss LeVar.
He's not worth it.
Okay, see, that's what the point we done got to. But in the beginning, oh, man, we're going to have him on, him and Chuck, Stephen A., everybody LeVar. Now, shoot, man, I can't stand LeVar. They're not even talking about it. Chris Carter even said when they had him with his shirt off,
Yeah.
what has that man done? He said when he was younger. Y'all want to put him on national TV with his shirt off when he was young, and he ain't done nothing.
That's true.
He's just another man who work out with swim trunks on, standing by a pool. But he on national TV. And ain't done nothing. Okay, Chris Carter, but I'm done, guys. I'm sorry.
Folks, games to look forward to. We got about 9 minutes left here on the air, and we still got to get to our Stop the Bus segment. We're going to run through these quick scores from the NBA last night.
One.
Some big scores that went down in the NBA. Give you your updates. The Bucks over the Bulls, 110-96 final score. Rockets beat the Suns, no surprise, 113-102. Clippers over the Pelicans, 112-103. Cavs beat the Pistons, 121-104. Raptors over the Lakers, 123-111. Thunder beat the 76ers, 122-112. The Spurs beat the Kings, 113-98. Wraps up NBA scores. And as we say that, my Stop the Bus has to do with the NBA. So let's get to it. It's time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's time to stop.
This is today's Stop the Bus brought to you by Ritzy's Lounge in the south side of Savannah. Happy birthday to Chantel Delmar, owner of Ritzy's Lounge. She had her big birthday party this past Saturday.
Oh, okay.
But it's time to stop the bus because, ladies and gentlemen, it is about time to stop blaming Isaiah Thomas for the Cavaliers' problems. The man wasn't even there half the year. He's not the reason that they've been struggling. Let it go. Let it go. The media is reaching drastically, trying to find stories saying that Isaiah Thomas and Kevin Love have some issues because Isaiah Thomas questioned Kevin Love about where he was during the game. Listen, folks, these guys grew up together. They have a rapport with each other. They're like best friends on that team. Isaiah Thomas is not the reason the Cavaliers are struggling. The Cavaliers are struggling because they're old, and they're struggling to keep it with the rest of the NBA. That's just point blank simple the way it is and the way it's going to be. I don't see the Cavaliers coming out of the East. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to leave it at that. That's my Stop the Bus. Who's next?
JP.
Coach.
My Stop the Bus is I was reading an article on my way in, and it said that this Instagram model got kicked off the airplane for having whatever with the crew. So my first thought was Instagram fitness model. What is that? All right. What is that? Instagram fitness model. Anyways, me being who I am, I say, you know what? I want in. So I'm going to be an Instagram professional athlete from here on out.
Sign the contract.
Oh, better yet, I'm going to be an Instagram comedian. Instagram fitness model. What is that? People, stop.
The most decorated Instagram comedian of all time.
Crazy. Instagram fitness model. Man, whatever.
Instagram professional athlete.
Right now, from this moment on, I am an Instagram professional athlete.
Wow.
People crazy. That's my Stop the Bus. Stop, people. Instagram, nothing. That was funny. This actually made news. Instagram fitness model. Boy, y'all crazy, man.
Top 10 plays every week. Boy.
Oh, man. All right, JP. What you got, JP?
Man. I don't even know if I can
How do you
say
follow
mine.
that up, JP?
I can't follow it up. I guess say, man, shoot. I'm stumbling right now. That was hilarious. I guess my Stop the Bus will be shout out to Tiger Woods, man. First full tournament since his injury. No back pain at the end. Finished 23rd, 3 under par. Yeah, good to see him back. Kind of I guess I'm disheveled right
He
now.
was there.
Coach completely threw me off with that right there. And it's funny because I texted him before. I was like, "You only got 2 shows left. Let's give these people something to laugh at."
So that's all it takes. Back in the day, but that's all it took. But you turn people who play with me in the D League, they know. Start talking to me and see what happens.
Oh, that reminds me. I meant to ask y'all this. Why did Jesus Christ suck at basketball?
Stop. Don't even.
Because he died on the cross.
Wow. Mr. Ruff.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Hey, you know, hit him with my favorite.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Oh, folks, this has been the Sean Brown Show. You can catch us live Monday through Friday. We had a quick mix on Tuesdays and Thursdays on YouTube and speakingthemic.com and on the TuneIn app, as well as WQTSradio.com. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we're right here doing exactly this, laughing, joking, having fun, and giving you guys stories and updates and more. You can check us Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays on YouTube, on speakingthemic.com, WQTSradio.com, Facebook Live, the TuneIn app. And I'm missing one. I'm missing a local one as well.
Oh, man.
But check us out, folks. Have fun with us. Share today's videos. We have one more show with head coach Evans Davis. Will he be in the building before he leaves?
Hey, Coach, how I go again?
Oh,
How I go?
Yeah.
So if you guys enjoyed today's show, you're going to want to make sure you guys tune in on Wednesday as we have our farewell show for head coach Evans Davis as he's here in studio with us. He's leaving us, heading down to Miami.
MIA, yo.
Oh, wow.
I guarantee you Wednesday will be even better. We might even have some special guests on Wednesday. So make sure you guys tune in and have a good time with us. 4 minutes to the hour.
If y'all got, Coach Davis's last show is Wednesday. If you guys have been watching the show, or if you know Coach Davis personally, hit us up on Facebook. Hit us up on the website. Just leave your comments and stuff, and tell them, you want to smell your flowers while you're still living. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So if you have anything to say, or I think maybe we should open the line Wednesday.
We'll open the call lines up, so go ahead and get the number ready. It's
Whoa, no. Yeah. 555-555-555.
we haven't used the request line in so long. I forgot what the number was. 984-444-9787 is the number to reach us on Wednesday. 984-444-9787.
Oh,
you guys want to send some love to head coach Evans Davis on Wednesday, that's the time to do it. 984-444-9787, whether it's friends, whether it's former players, fans, or listeners from the show that have enjoyed having head coach Evans Davis here. We want you guys to tune in and call us on Wednesday and just send some love. Once again, it's 984-444-9787. I'm not going to forget it. I remember it now.
What is it?
984-444-WQTS.
AKA 555-555.
8675309.
Oh, man.
2 + 2 = 222.
It was single doubles.
Oh, man. We will be back here on Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes to the hour. Bruno,
Are we really going to laugh for the next 2 minutes?
Hey, it's been fun, people. You're more than welcome to hit. Again, like JP said, smell the flowers while you're living. You never know. So if you got a chance to, tell someone you love them or see somebody or whatnot, do it.
Wow.
Do it. You just never know. There's no negative vibes here. Just you never know. So enjoy it.
It's gonna be. It won't be. We're gonna try not to make a Wednesday show not sad. We're gonna laugh as much as we can Wednesday.
Absolutely.
But we're gonna have some fun. But we're definitely gonna make sure we show respect where respect is due. We definitely appreciate you all the time that you've been here with us on the air.
Thank you for having me, man.
And I know it started from guest appearances, and then
he was the NBA analyst when he started.
No, it's been fun, man. I really enjoyed it. You guys have been excellent. I appreciate you having me.
Yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been
I
a
miss
good
you.
time. It's been a good time.
Man.
We even got him a good microphone and everything. Man.
Yeah, for real.
I know,
Go to
right?
Miami. You can't take the mic to Miami though.
What he gonna do with it?
Says who?
Sleep with one eye open.
This is Evans Davis calling live from Miami.
That's right.
Darn, that mic sounds familiar.
It's a gift.
Lord, it's a gift.
It's a pardon gift. On site in Miami, Evans Davis reporting for the Sean Brown and JP show.
On the beach, no plug-in. Just got the mic in his hand. That's it.
the right beach I'll be at.
Shoot
So you might have to
promo.
get the oh, it's radio, so you ain't got to get the little blur thing going.
See,
Oh, we might because we do have video. We do have video. We have to make something happen. We'll make something
We
happen.
got to work on the blur.
We'll do what we can do.
'Cause I'm going to be reporting on site.
Again, a big shout out to the Savannah State Tigers and all the
That's for
Savannah State
JP.
fans out there making noise. And Tigers keeping the winning streak going. Again, they're in action Wednesday and home on Saturday against South Carolina State with a conference rivalry. It's 1 o'clock. Time for us to go. This has been the Sean Brown Show on WQTS Digital Radio. We'll see y'all on Wednesday. Peace, love, and chicken grease.
we in here.
SB with the truth, it might pierce your mind. And JP hit you with reality all the time. The way to keep it all the way 100, it should be a crime. Sports, news, politics on the show you will find. Conversation grown, opinions they not alone. Savannah be the home, they coming straight for your dome. It is what it is, gonna be what it's gonna be. You are rocking with the Sean Brown Show with JP.
And Evans Davis.
Yeah.
Shut up, dummy.